Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Kaiserreich as Serbia. Let us continue on where we last left off. So. Non-aggression pact from Argentina seems completely okay. The French should be sending 14 divisions up here at some point. Like, where even are those units, though? Got 3 here, 1 there. Like, I'm sure they're on their way. just have no clue when they'll actually arrive, which is unfortunate. Battle plan with no units assigned. That is okay. Which one's not assigned? Oh, nobody assigned to the fallback line, right? Don't even worry about that. Even then, these trucks really shouldn't be here anyways, but we'll keep them there for now. Like, they're trying to push their way through the line. I don't think it's really going to work out so well. Artillery with a 100% anti-air upgrade. 1942 is a little bit too much. You're already researching all these. We're looking pretty good on terms of our technology right now. I guess we'll start going with tanks. You know, 1940, better late than never, I guess. Are you abandoning... No, you're not abandoning Paris, are you? No, you're still keeping a handful of units there. I really thought for a moment, you were just leaving the city, which would have been nice for us, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be necessarily the case. Still holding on the line here. Like, the Internationale shouldn't be doing, like, so well. They're losing a lot of manpower. They've lost 3.28 million troops so far, which I would say is pretty significant. You guys are not participating in any battles. Let's try to push our way through here. You go reinforce into this port. Thank you very much. We do want our allies to actually make their way over here if they can. Air superiority is still, unfortunately, in the yellow. It's not where we exactly want it to be. 85 right now. You go over here to reinforce. I see that there are some units trying to reinforce this position, which is unfortunate, because I want to counterattack to make sure they actually can't get here. So far, 1 has arrived. We might need to last stand these guys, just to make sure we can actually stay where we need to be. You guys attack here. The 40 width will participate in this combat. Around 160. This is a cavalry units are making numbers not as nice as I would like. Like, you're so close. 84. I mean, how many days do you think it's going to be? 6 days? Okay, maybe that's not as great as it could otherwise be. I mean, we're still holding a port. There's like a single French unit that's moved into the province, but that's really about it. Here. And their only job is to make sure nobody reinforces Paris, which is really close to falling right now. We're at 92. 3 more days. I'm going to send the cavalry unit in here to make sure we can maybe keep this going a little bit longer. Because Paris, being a level 7 fortification, is really bad. But like that, Paris has fallen. Advancing French troops, I don't know if that's necessarily the... not necessarily correct. But there we go. Paris is now in our hands. Sure, Uruguay, we can have a non-aggression pact. It's not a huge deal. You're now at 63% capitulation, which is pretty good. I would still like to try to send troops to Britain at some point, but I know right now it's really not in the cards. Like, we're getting our Marine divisions. How long is this battle going to take? Less than 1 day. Assign you under a different commander who's going to last stand. Yeah, so hold your position if you can. Send the reinforcements to that province. Hold the line as much as you possibly can. Thank you. Ukraine's capitulated. Okay, so that does make a more interesting situation for Germany and Austria, because they now directly have a front line. with Russia. Again, we're not at war with the Russians, but it has its complications for sure. So, how many units are down here? 47. There's 80 divisions down towards the south. No, there are 40 plus 40. No, no. 80 divisions down in the south. Which is quite a few, I would say. France had 1.53 million dead. Because we are shrinking the German line, because they can't actually go into this area, unfortunately, even though I really wish that they could. And how long is your last stand going to be? Going to go for another 2 days. Yeah, you've now fallen back. But even after this expires, we should be able to last stand again, just because they're small enough. They're going to take a lot of casualties for sure, but we need to hold this port as long as we possibly can. In fact, it looks like we might be actually able to counterattack. But that does seem very, very risky. Dockyard, civilian factory. Yeah, getting 150 light tanks for free. That seems to be okay. France, why do you just have such a large army? Have you thought about having just a smaller army? Just a suggestion for you in the future. What if you guys... We're gonna have you stay here. Gonna go for another 3 days. Let's just take these two motorized, throw them to this front line for now. They're not really doing anything by being in they're not really doing anything being there. No, please do not move. You're here. How do I have you guys even selected? I have no clue. But it looks like our position there is secured for now. Which is quite nice for us. Now they're doing a massive attack against the front line. I mean, again, Paris still has their massive fortification. I wish I could build a fort here, but again, it's not technically my territory, so I have no say in it. As much as I wish that I could. 1,200 infantry equipment. Just one of you takes 2,100. So is there anything we're building that we don't need? Support equipment for sure. We don't need those. And artillery, we could probably cut down on that as well. We do need some steel. We'll get that from Russia. I think you should be fine. Our motorized units are moving into the provinces soon. Now we do have superiority here. You are a massive airport. And apparently we have like a bunch of planes just in reserve. So why not crank these up to, let's say, 500 each. Which is going to make you 325 and 418 respectively. I still have 1,000 fighters in this area, which is a little much, I will admit. One of you did fall back, which is unfortunate. Please just move back to the province. You come over here to reinforce, because everywhere else is looking pretty much okay. I was like, anywhere else look particularly weak? Not really, honestly. Like, 5 units in Le Havre. Like, moving into, like, these territories would be a little bit nicer, just because they are relatively weak. You guys have landed here. That doesn't do too much for us. Honestly, all of, not all of Red Army, but you guys, I am just going to send you up north. In hopes that the French and stuff can just hold this territory on their own. I mean, this is going to be a little bit more important. And they're still apparently sending these 10 divisions. When will they be here? I have no clue. But apparently they're on their way. And you can't be attacked by 2 different provinces. Like, we're in a little bit of a stalemate for sure. Just because, like, if Germany can move their units in this area, we'd probably be looking a little bit better. Unfortunately, that's not the situation we find ourselves in. You're at 37. How's our air superiority actually helping us here? It's not at all. You are getting involved in multiple combats, which should at least maybe help you guys out slightly. You're at 68. You on your own won't be able to do anything. And Red Army is almost here, which is nice. I'll actually shrink your line down even more. Just be very, very concentrated at the moment. You're at 43. Apparently you're actually doing pretty well here. You're at 91. It's not a huge deal. 40 combat widths moving in. And they should have decent defenses. Like, even these guys are still 824. It's pretty good. Okay, so we have at least broken across the river here. Thank you, Switzerland, for some support. Like, I'm actually looking, just Red Army should probably be enough to hold here. 2 more units moving in. You're still all the way down here. How'd that happen? Got no clue. Please keep going here and holding that line. What if you do something like this? Like, if we can take all of these provinces, that'd be nice for us, of course. Germany's pushing her way down towards the south. Switzerland's actually doing a pretty good job, which I appreciate a great, great deal. They're about halfway dead right now. Now at 60%. What if we attack with you? You guys push here. That's a level 3 fort. So you know what? 2 infantry? Probably not going to be enough to get that done, unfortunately. We have motorized divisions moving their way in as well. We can try to maybe victory point rush. Maybe if we can get a nice breakthrough with our motorized units. I'm actually surprised that we've actually pushed our way through in here. Fantastic. Really, really nice for us. So you can now hold position. Red Army has almost gotten all their units here. Now let's see if we can just, like, hold. Get to the river. Hold it. You're still holding these. We'll probably need to make our way down towards Marseille at some point in the future. Ensure Cambodia, we get a non-aggression pact. What a horrible, horrible border you guys have. And you're at war with these guys anyways. Okay, so it looks absolutely dreadful, but it is what it is. God, they have so many units. If we can break our way through you, that would technically get encirclement, but it might not even be worth it, honestly. It might not even be worth it. Like, probably buffing our way through here makes more sense. Just have Red Army hold this line with their pretty decent units. Yeah, 'cause you're the last one of the 6 who still needs to actually show up. Because your defense should be good. It should be probably, what? Yeah, 600 each. You are going to be spread over 3 provinces, but not so bad. And this one actually does have 4 units, so it's a little bit stronger than the rest. You're connected to provinces. I think maybe we try to, like, break our way through here. And if we can rush our way, maybe to Khan over here. Get some sort of encirclement going. Could be nice. And we did get a... We should have got, what, 150 light tanks from that? Yes. Which is nice for us. You're about to run out of fuel, which is not as great. So let's go to trade. We're just not getting all the oil we want from the United States. So how about Venezuela? You give us a little bit of oil as well. Is that really not enough to actually make us into the positives? I guess we are spending a lot of fuel on our Air Force right now. So actually, maybe one... I mean, how much I have one factory to trade away. Which isn't great. The CSA is doing pretty well against Canada. Which, of course, is pretty bad for us. Can you guys actually attack here? Yes, you actually can do this. Lovely. And still, there's a small trickling of French units in here. Yeah, Britain, I don't even know what your plan here was. It definitely was not going to work. You're all fine. I guess we'll just get the light tanks, because it's literally the only thing we'll actually have. I guess we kind of have to trade our last factory. You're not getting all your resources right now. So don't even trade with these guys. American Union State. Even you won't give us all the fuel that we need. It gets us closer to where we are, at least at kind of like equilibrium. But it's still not as good as we would want it to be. You're 57, 81, so you're about to actually break. Send one of you over here to take this province. Okay, now you are encircled, which is nice. You're all over here. You're here as well. You're all just fine where you were. We'll keep you on this line, because, yeah, now you're dead. Will we get there before the Germans? It really actually doesn't matter so much. Yeah, just go here. There we go. Just any little small surrounding like that still works out for us, I think, in a big way. You guys are kind of at a stalemate. Again, as long as Russia doesn't kill Germany, we're in an okay spot. Not that I think they'll actually be able to kill the Germans, per se. Because Russia isn't actually that strong. What do I push into you? 4 divisions? Yeah, I mean, it should be viable. You're not that viable, unfortunately. We're just going to delete this line back here, just in case. And the militias are ready to go into Britain. I guess not the militias. The Marines are ready to go into Britain whenever we need them to. Which hopefully shouldn't take too long. You're about to fall, so I'm actually going to shift you to be over here. Shift you to be here. Your organization doesn't seem to be doing so well. Which is unfortunate. But if you push up like this, you're still guarding this province. The problem is, like, this province can reinforce the Harv, and we can't really do anything about that. For obvious reasons, like we have no access to here. So we're going to kind of be doing alright no matter what. Okay, you know what? Let's... 150% research bonus towards light tanks. Seems okay. Let's go with them. Keep you on red. We'll have you just fall back. Just guarding the ports, just so it doesn't get lost. So the... I mean, we should be fine because we're still getting supplies from Germany. But for everybody else, it's going to be a little bit more of a problem. And you've already pushed your way towards this river, which is nice. If you could, theoretically, just move your way down here, get us around on all of these units, I wouldn't complain. I would not complain in the slightest. have you guys move in. You keep pushing with this guy as well. This should fall, though. Yeah, 99. You're at 81. Can you guys attack through here? Not quite, but you can kind of do something like that, and it'll work out fine for us as well. I'm just glad we were able to push our way across this this river. And the rest of you are looking fine. Did you actually lose control of this province, or did you never have it? I don't actually know. And push, and push. If we can take all of this northern coast, that would be nice for us. We got you down to 58%. You're almost halfway there. And Central America's been annexed. We're at war with you, right? Yes. Unfortunately. We're at war with a lot of people right now, actually. Yeah, we can probably take the entirety of the northern coast here without too much of a problem. Keep shrinking your front line down, because we don't really want to overlap with the Red Army at all. Yeah, and you're still fine there. I'm guessing you got killed by a lot of enemy ships. Keep moving your way up towards the north. Send some reinforcements here. You push here as well. Poland. Sure, I'll take your 2 of your PZLs, 11. Don't really know what they are, but I'll still take them. And I'm glad we're actually able to make, you know, some sort of concentrated push over here now. I'll just send probably 1 of you to there. Yeah, so keep trying to push their way through this area, which they probably can't effectively do too well. You're gonna need to actually hold position. Western France. Naval invasion? I'm guessing it's these guys here. We will. I'm gonna send 1 truck up there, maybe like 1 cavalry unit up here to try to help them defend. You just basically last stand in that province for right now. You might be killed, but it's really not that big of a deal. But for right now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Quam. If you've enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click some down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.